there was more to the story of Cindy, the dry-eyed Duppy from Trelawny, and what happened after Cindy died. Had the entire community afroing to walk the roads at night. Cindy was buried on top of a hill, wearing a pink nightgown because pink was her favorite color. Her hair was combed in 2 big plaits, the same way she normally wore it when she was alive. And every night, when the clock struck 1, people would hear a baby crying. Cindy had died, pregnant. Then somewhere in the darkness, they would hear a woman's voice. Hush. Hush. And then, the slippers dragging down from the hill and up and down the road. People became so frightened that nobody wanted to walk through the community at certain hours of the night. But remember Cindy's 2 close friends? One of them hadn't burned out her yard, so Cindy went there and called her. The very next day, that friend had her yard burned out too, but Cindy wasn't finished. She went back to the Jamaican man she had lived with when she was alive, and Cindy tried to sleep with him. He hadn't protected himself from her. So they carried him to a spiritual woman, and she gave him something unusual for protection, a tape measure to wear. By then, Cindy had become what Jamaicans would call one terrible dry-eyed Duppy. People said Cindy walked the streets just like a living person, and apparently nobody around there could manage her. So they sent all the way to St. Mary for a man powerful enough to deal with Cindy. And according to the story, that was the man who finally caught Cindy's Duppy in a bottle. But there's one last part of Cindy's story, and this one feels different. One night, Cindy appeared to her old friend in a dream. This time, Cindy wasn't walking the road. She wasn't calling anybody's name. Instead, Cindy told her, "Me can't move. Them tie me down." And me cold. Her friend woke up and told her uncle about the dream.
Show me the grave.
Cindy had been buried in a dirt grave, and it was the rainy season. They wondered if water had soaked into her grave. So her uncle went up the hill and concreted Cindy's grave. After all the stories about Cindy frightening that community, walking the roads after 1, calling her friends, and becoming a Duppy so troublesome, they had to send to another parish for help. The last story wasn't about people being afraid of Cindy. It was about Cindy coming back to an old friend, not to frighten her, but simply to tell her she was cold. And that is where the story of Cindy ends.